Hello, welcome back to Story Time with Dog. Today, first I want to show you something. Look at my hat and my gloves and my shirt. None of them match. And you know what? That's okay. You don't have to match every day with everything. It's good to mix it up. That's what I say. All right. So today's book is called "Don't Cry, Big Bird." Well, he's from Sesame Street. Do any of you watch Sesame Street? I love that show. I used to watch it when I was a little boy. Don't Cry, Big Bird by Sarah Roberts, illustrated by Tom Lay. Featuring Jim Henson's Sesame Street Muppets. Oh, I love the Muppets, they're so cool. All right, I'll get into it right now. Let's go. Haha. Okay, don't cry, Big Bird. This should be a good book. Oh, look, Big Bird's crying. Oh, that's sad. Oh, here we go. Big Bird liked to play with his friends. But playing with them was hard for Big Bird because their jump ropes were too short. Oh, yeah, I can see where that would be a problem. Their hopscotch boxes were too small. Well, 'cause he's got big feet. I've got big feet too. It's okay. Their hide-and-seek hiding places were too little. Yep, I see him there and there and there and there. Their seesaws came up, but never went down. That's because Big Bird weighs more than all the little children's. It's because he's a big bird. One day, Big Bird came home from the park by himself. I am too big to play with my friends, he sobbed. He was so busy crying, he did not see his friend Snuffleupagus. Don't cry, Bird, said Snuffleupagus. You are not too big. Their games are too little. Big Bird jumped up. He stopped crying. Do you really think so, Mr. Snuffleupagus? Yes, Bird, I really do, said Snuffleupagus. You are a very nice size, big like me. Then Big Bird had an idea. Hey, we are both big, so let's play together, said the Big Bird. Snuffleupagus shook his head. No, Bird, I can't play now. It's time for my nap. And Snuffleupagus went slowly down the street. It is nice to be big, Big Bird said sadly, but sometimes I wish I could make myself smaller. Well, back at the park, Ernie and Bert were thinking. If only Big Bird was smaller, then he could play with us, said Ernie. Well, we can't make Big Bird smaller, said Bert, but maybe we can make our games bigger, like this. And he tied two jump ropes together. Oh, that's smart thinking, Bert. Grover ran to get Big Bird. "We have a big surprise for you," said Grover. When Big Bird got to the park, Ernie and Bert were turning the big rope. "Jump, Big Bird," said Ernie. Big Bird jumped. The rope went over his head. "Hooray for Big Bird," said Bert. Everybody had a turn at jumping rope. Then Betty Lou drew the biggest hopscotch boxes ever. "Come on, Big Bird, hop," she said. Big Bird hopped. Then he looked down. "I did it right," he said. "I did not step on the lines. Hooray for me!" Big Bird was really happy until he remembered something. "I am still too big for hide and seek," he said. Then suddenly he smiled. "Hey, everybody! I do not have to hide. I can be it. I can look for you." Everybody played hide and seek, and Big Bird was it. Then they played on the seesaw, and Big Bird sat on one end. All his friends sat on the other. The seesaw went up and down. "What can we do now?" asked Harry. "Let's fly my new kite," said Betty Lou. She held the string and ran and ran and ran. The kite began to fly. It flew higher and higher until it hit the top of a tree. Bump! The kite fell down and stuck in the tree. "Oh no!" cried Betty Lou. "I'll never get my kite back now." Big Bird ran to Betty Lou. "Don't cry," he said. "I think I can help." Big Bird stood on his tiptoes. He reached high up and pulled down the kite. "Here, Betty Lou," said the Big Bird. "Your kite is as good as new." "Hooray for Big Bird!" Everybody cheered. Big Bird was very happy. It looks like he's very happy, and they look like they're all happy except for maybe Harry, but his face always looks like that, doesn't it? "Now let's play my favorite game," he said. "What game is that?" Grover asked. Big Bird smiled. "Giant Steps." Oh, that's his favorite game, is Giant Steps. I bet he's really good at it because he's got the big feet. Well, what did you think about that? Don't cry, Big Bird. I love Sesame Street. Like I said before, I used to watch it when I was a little boy. I used to sit on my grandma's floor and watch it on their big console television. Then I would either eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or a big bowl of cereal. I think it was Trix. I can't be sure. And my cat, Jamie, would always go back and forth on my back, wanting some attention, but I never gave it to her because I was watching Sesame Street. It's okay. She got over it. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's book. Don't Cry, Big Bird by Sarah Roberts and illustrated by Tom Lay. So, come back and see me next time on Storytime with Doug. Bye-bye.